Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about the Bilingual Education Act of 1968. Introduction. During the 1967, Senator Ruff introduced a bill for LESA students. LESA stands for Limited English Speaking Ability. Some of their recommendations was teaching of Spanish as a native language, the teaching of English as a second language, and embracing the language as well as their culture. This bill was limited to Spanish-speaking students, but it led to 37 bills known as the ESEA, or Bilingual Education Act, which was signed by President Johnson in 1968. Turns out that it was the first federal recognition that LESA students have special education needs, equal opportunity, and bilingual programs who address those needs, and it should be federal funded. Some beneficial of the Bilingual Education Act is equal opportunity and the awareness of the language and their culture. It was also funds for school, so districts will get funded if they have the bilingual education program. Some detrimental factors is, coming from a teacher's perspective, from one of my resources, was the goals and the directions of the program that were contradictory and have mixed messages. So a lot of the teachers didn't actually know what they were supposed to do. How were they supposed to teach bilingual education classrooms? So the legacy. Over the years, the bilingual education has been changing in hopes to serve students' needs for a better education. As you can see here throughout the years, it has been a lot of things happening during the 1974, some amendments. It happened, the law versus Nicholas, one of my classmates will be talking about it. It also led to the Equal Education Opportunity Act. During the 1984, some Bilingual Education Act, but it was specifically for English language proficiency. During the 1988, it was for LEP students for a better education. This information is relevant because it shows how the Bilingual Education Act has been changing to best serve our students. But most importantly, it reflects the needs of our students. The main goal is for them to become successful in life and to have the same opportunity as any other students. Students who are learning English get to have an opportunity where they can embrace their language and they can have the great opportunity to be educated with the same right as everyone. The Bilingual Education Act has made a great impact on students' education in many aspects. To my understanding, the Bilingual Education Act has intended to best meet the students' needs and to embrace their language as well as their culture. In my opinion, this policy is very relevant to the education of MLLs and ELLs today because it is important to acknowledge the reason why we have bilingual classrooms and how it helps our students. For ENL students, this act was very crucial because they get to have equal opportunity in education by embracing their home language as well as their culture. Students have a better access to materials and subjects without having to worry not knowing English and being unable to communicate. And now we have my reference page. A little bit about my perspective from the Bilingual Act. To be honest with all of you, at first, or when I was in high school and the bilingual program was basically starting in the district and in high school itself, I personally thought that the bilingual program was useless and that it holds back people from learning English fast. So that was my perspective at that point, at that period of time, pretty much. Just because when I was in ENL, my teachers will just like push me to learn English, learning in English, and I never thought of how important it is to keep our native languages. I mean, I still have my native language, but however, for other students, for other younger students who are in elementary, I feel like it is very important for them to keep their language and their culture. So Now that I've dig a little bit more deep into it and I've learned how it happened and why it did, my mindset have definitely changed, and I see the purpose of it now. I mean, being a bilingual student itself, and also being like a bilingual teacher now, I have seen, and I'm experiencing now the importance of it, and also like how I can embrace their cultures as well as mine. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you.